Welcome to Energy Talks, a regular podcast series with expert discussions on power system testing topics. My name is Scott Williams from the podcast team at OMICRON, and I will be your host. In this episode, we are going to discuss how you can make the regular diagnostic testing of electrical equipment faster, easier, and safer. There are various factors that contribute to improving testing efficiency, even if you are using different devices to perform all the recommended diagnostic tests to assess the condition of electrical equipment. Here, it is important to have a common automated software platform for performing all electrical tests with various testing devices, managing the data, and creating reports. One such software platform is OMICRON's Primary Test Manager, also known as PTM. My guest is Martin Pfanner, who is the product manager for OMICRON's Primary Test Manager software. Martin will tell us more about how PTM has been improving the efficiency of diagnostic testing on electrical equipment over the past decade, and how customer feedback drives its continuous development. Hello, Martin. Welcome to Energy Talks.
Welcome from my side as well to our listeners. It's really a pleasure to be with you today and to give some insights to PTM.
Well, great. Thanks again for joining us. Martin, first of all, why is improving the efficiency of diagnostic testing so important?
I think the key there is that the available time to perform offline tests on power system assets is very limited. Often it's difficult to schedule an outage to perform the tests. Therefore, it's very important to make best use of the available time.
Okay, so what in particular contributes to diagnostic testing efficiency?
I think there are multiple factors contributing to testing efficiency, like a well-trained staff, good preparation is a key, adequate test equipment, and more. Using multifunctional testing devices that allow you to perform various measurements using the same hardware, connections, and setups, you can drastically reduce the testing time. A common software platform providing all the data where and when needed, guiding you through the tests, automatically running complex measurements, and offering tools to analyze, assess, and report all results also plays a vital role in testing efficiency.
Martin, could you please describe the Primary Test Manager software? What does it do?
Primary Test Manager is a comprehensive solution for diagnostic testing on medium and high voltage assets. It gives you a lot of functionality and accompanies during the whole workflow of preparing a test, performing the tests, doing assessment of the test results, and create reports, saving and storing and sharing data. All of this is included in PTM.
Okay. Which types of testing devices and electrical assets does PTM support?
Of course, the testing devices directly supported to perform tests are OMICRON test devices, namely the CPC, the Testrano, the Zibano, Franeo, and Tirana. And looking at the applications you can use it for, this is mainly power transformers testing, circuit breaker testing, instrument transformers like CTs and VTs, rotating machines testing, and grounding system testing, to name the most important.
Okay, so literally the software will support users of these devices with all of the possible tests on these assets. Is that correct?
Yes. And of course, you can do tests on other assets. If you just select manual tests, like a quick test, you can test any device you want to test.
Martin, what led to the creation of Primary Test Manager, or PTM, software?
We realized that it's not sufficient for us to provide excellent state-of-the-art test sets to the market. But we identified as well that our customers need to get a better tool support along the whole chain of the testing workflow is important. And so our vision for PTM from the very beginning was, and still is, to provide the best in the world workflow support for the tester.
Okay, so in the name Primary Test Manager, just to clarify, what is meant by primary testing?
With primary testing, we mean the testing of the medium and high voltage assets of the power system, like rotating machines, power transformers, circuit breakers, as well as the corresponding instrument transformers and grounding systems. In contrary to this, secondary testing for us is the testing of protective relays, communication systems, electricity meters, and transducers. Does this explain the term?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much. So, Martin, how does PDM software make electrical testing more efficient than in the past?
PTM is one comprehensive solution for the preparation and execution of electrical tests on many different primary assets with multiple test sets. And this way, it allows the direct analysis and assessment of test results and an easy report generation, because all data is kept in one database, making it available to you where and when you need it. This way, you can save a lot of time.
Martin, could you describe how PTM software is used with multiple OMICRON testing devices for different types of electrical tests?
I think in using one software for multiple test sets and applications, you have many advantages. You make yourself familiar with the software once, and then you can use it with a variety of test sets for different tests on multiple assets, and as well create easily common reports. Instead of having to learn all different kind of software products to have to transfer data between them and so on. I think this is a high convenience.
Okay, Martin, could you give us an example of what is possible with PTM software?
I think the beauty of it is that you have one software that controls many test sets, and you can bring all diagnostic tests of one asset together into one job and finally one report. And if we take the example of a comprehensive diagnosis on a power transformer, you might have as a starting point your oil analysis report from the oil lab. You can import this data into PTM and already have a base to decide which electrical tests you would like to do. Then you perform all the electrical tests, as an example, with a CPC or Testrano within PTM, get all the results, whether it's winding resistance tests, whether it's power factor tests, or whatever you would like to do. And finally, if you say, I am interested in a more in-depth analysis of the moisture of the paper insulation, just add an dielectric response analysis with the Tirana. Or if you are concerned about the mechanical integrity of the power transformer, perform a swept frequency response analysis with Franeo. And all of this you can do just out of this one software and collect all the results. And it's not ending there. You even can import third-party test results, like from an insulation resistance tester, or perform as well your visual inspection with Primary Test Manager and PTMate together. And all this comes together automatically then in one PTM database.
Interesting. Martin, how does PTM ensure testing safety and also testing according to various standards?
Testing safety is very, very important, and we already have a lot of safety features involved in our test sets. PTM helps you there by providing a guided test where the test instructions are provided to the tester, the corresponding wiring diagrams for each test, and then most often you work with prepared tests that exactly fit the connected assets. So you don't apply too high voltages and so on. So all of this contributes to safe testing. What's built in PTM is the testing according to the international standards like IEEE and IEC, and as well the assessment of the results according to the standards.
How does PTM software ensure successful testing for users regardless of their knowledge and experience level?
To our experience, the expertise of the testers out in the field is declining because many of the experienced people go to pension or retire. And there, I think it's becoming more and more important to give more guidance through the software product. And I think PTM very well helps there the less experienced users to make sure that they perform correct tests, to guide them step by step through the product. Using one software for all of them, this is of course easing things because you don't have to learn different software systems with a different way of user interfaces and so on. So I think this is as well making it easier. Learning once and then using it.
Could you describe, Martin, the other specific time-saving features that are offered to users of PTM software?
I think a lot of the time saving has to do with the availability of all information where and when you need it. Take the asset nameplate data. Coming to the substation, you don't have to stand in front of the nameplate and just manually type in the data. Mm-hmm. If you had the chance to import it before from your leading asset management system, PTM provides the interfaces. Or you can, by preparing for the test, you can enter this in the office or just reuse it if you already did this once for a commissioning test. So you are very fast there. Then creating the test templates, this PTM can automatically do for you, just derived from the nameplate data. PTM knows what tests have to be performed and how to configure them. So this could be an automatic step. And then when performing the test, PTM will guide you by showing you the wiring diagrams, giving you the test instructions, that everything is done in the correct way and in the least possible time. And as well, all the data of past tests as well is available for comparison, for trending. So this easily helps you as well to validate your tests and see some trending.
Okay.
If there are changes of parameters. And the report generation, of course, as well, you can do this with a push of one button to get the report of the whole test.
Martin, I understand that users can operate the PTM software using their cell phones. Could you tell us more about that?
With PTMate, we created a mobile companion for PTM. What does this mean? I think almost everybody of us has a smartphone with him. And we know the smartphones nowadays are very powerful computers equipped with a lot of sensors and capabilities. And we wanted to make use of these capabilities and add them to PTM. And to give you some examples, you can use your smartphone or as well a tablet. It's wireless connected to PTM via existing VLAN or via a hotspot created by PTM. And then you can easily transfer pictures taken with your smartphone directly to PTM. You can transfer GPS coordinates to a location or use your smartphone as a GPS source for the grounding system test to add a location to each measurement point.
Interesting.
You can share the data. As an example, you are testing in the field and say, this test result, I'm not so quite sure about it. I want to discuss this with the expert home in my office. You just press share the data, and this job, the PTM job, will be sent by email to your colleague in the office. So very easily done. Whether it's visual inspection, whether it's control of SFRA test, you can do a lot with PTMate. It's saving a lot of time because you don't have to go through directories later on and collect your pictures with weird names and have to identify which tests are they belonging to. this directly is done with the connection PTM, PTMate, so this pairing of data is done in the background, and you don't have to worry about it.
OMICRON greatly values customer inputs to products and their usability. Martin, could you please describe how PTM software is an example of that?
As mentioned in the beginning, the vision for PTM was to provide the best workflow support for the tester. And this only can be achieved by listening to our customers, look at how they use our software, and to react on their feedback and their improvement ideas. And I think a lot of this can be seen in the existing PTM software and looking at how the functionality of PTM evolved.
Martin, how does customer feedback play a role in the software's development?
For us, this plays a key role because the software is done for our customers. We have a process where we systematically collect the feedback from our customers, from all the contacts done by our sales team, our worldwide technical support team, and of course the product managers directly. We collect the feature wishes and rank them and add them to a prioritized feature backlog. Of course, having global feedback from customers around the world, we are not always able to fulfill each individual feature wish, but we have to see where is a common sense, what should come next. And to my experience, the best ideas for the improvement of PTM very often come from customers using it day by day.
How are users reacting to PTM software?
What I very often hear that users love PTM because it's ease of use and the powerful features. I think it's very intuitive for them to use it, and they really appreciate that everything is in one software. They only have to learn it once, and all the capabilities they get with PTM.
So PTM software is continuously updated to meet present and future needs for electrical testing. Martin, what are some of the latest capabilities?
Let's take a look at the testing functionality. There, in the past years, we had a strong focus on rotating machines testing. So we added all the electrical tests around the rotating machines to PTM, as well adding partial discharge measurement results, or doing electromagnetic core tests on the stator, and supporting this with PTMate. So it's a very comprehensive package for rotating machine testing. Another example is the medium voltage package for the special testing needs to test the medium voltage circuit breakage, which was added last year. Looking more on the data management side, there a strong focus has been to provide the tools for an excellent data handling for testing teams. So if it's not a one-man show doing the testing, but multiple team members on multiple testing PCs are doing the tests to make sure that everybody has the right data at the right time, there we created a very easy-to-use client-server system with PTM Data Sync Web. And around our cloud solutions as well, we added interfaces for an easy data integration into a bigger software ecosystem of a customer, like connection to an enterprise asset management or asset performance management system via our OData interface.
Martin, in conclusion, and to summarize, could you tell us what you like best about Primary Test Manager software?
I love to have everything in one place and having all the needed data available, whether it's the data about the assets, all the test results. So I have everything together what I need.
Martin, thank you very much for telling us about how Primary Test Manager software helps make electrical testing faster, easier, and safer. And also, thank you for describing the latest developments.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to future energy talks. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, Martin. And a big thank you to our audience for listening to this episode of Energy Talks. We welcome your questions and feedback. Simply send us an email to podcast@omicronenergy.com. Omicron has several years of experience in power system testing and offers you the matching solution for your application. Many of our electrical diagnostic testing solutions are used with Primary Test Manager software to ensure the highest level of efficiency. Be sure to visit our website for more information at omicronenergy.com. Please join us to listen to the next episode of Energy Talks. Goodbye for now, everyone.